All right, everybody, welcome back to, second episode of the week, episode 123, Pert Near Outdoors podcast. This is your host, Billy. Thanks for joining us again and choosing us here. I know you've got a lot to pick from, and we're dumping a whole bunch of content at you, trying to get our Colorado hunt wrapped up and get ready to rock on to whitetail season. It's here. We can smell it. We can smell that gut pile getting fired up. So I want to run through kind of a standard intro here on this episode. I got a few things I want to hit on, talk about a couple of our partners, our supporters of this podcast, as I did not get a chance to do that the last intro, and kind of lead you into what this episode is, and then also talk about something that's a current event that just popped up here on the hunting regs side of things here in New York. So we'll touch on that in just a second. But I want to give a quick rundown with the three companies that we have been talking about frequently here on the podcast. I want to give you guys point you in the right direction here to support these companies because they're supporting us. We appreciate them very much. First and foremost is the Huntworks. The Dunnigan family over there has you've heard me talk about them before. They've been on the podcast. Great family. They started up that business over in East Rochester with a storefront and actually have an inventory on the ground and started this little business for tree stands, and it is rocking and rolling. So they are having a really hard time keeping their box blinds, all of the brands that they stock in inventory. People have been buying them as fast as they're coming in. So I just talked to Dan tonight, and they do have another order of bank blinds coming in, and I'm sure they'll go quick once they arrive. And he did tell me that they have 4 buck huts that are soon to be arriving. The buck huts are something that we're pretty excited about here. We bought 2 of them here for our farm out in Wyoming County, and I know my brother and our buddies bought one for the farm in the Livingston County area. So the buck huts, if you have not seen them, Google it, or better yet, go to thehuntworks.com and check it out. It's an elevated blind made by Millennium, and it is essentially, it kind of is a lot like a ladder stand, but it's a 4-legged platform that is about 9 feet high, 9 feet high to the base of the platform, and then another 7 feet tall from there. And then it's got a soft-sided cover that you pull over it with zip down windows all the way around, including the door. And they are slick. They are very cost-effective, coming in at about $850, and you really can't beat it for the price to get an elevated box blind that's going to get you out of the elements, and it's quiet. And it's fairly simple to put together. We put ours together in about 3.5 hours. And when I say we, I don't mean me. I mean Dallas and Bob put ours together and put it up, and found it to be pretty simple. So encourage you to check out those buck huts. He's got 4 more coming in. They're going to go quick. So check those out. And Dan assured me they have lots of ladder stands and hang-ons available, several different brands, but the majority of which on the hang-on side is Millennium and oh cripe! I'm sitting here. I'm gonna draw a blank. I don't know what the other brand is, but Millennium's the one that they're really pimping. Come on, Bill, type it in here. Thehuntworks.com. What do we got? Bigfoot. That's the other one. River's Edge and Bigfoot. So River's Edge, a lot of River's Edge ladder stands and portable wise, mainly the Millennium and a couple other brands they got in there too. Jesus, what a freaking awful marketing job I'm doing right now. I had all this all prepared, and now I'm just stuttering all over myself. Check it out, thehuntworks.com. If you end up buying anything from them, you can use the link. We have a link to them in our link tree, which is in the bio of our Facebook and Instagram page. Or if you go into the store there, just tell them you heard about it on the Pert Near Outdoors podcast, and that'll help me pay for all of my debts that I have when it comes to this podcast. So I greatly appreciate all of you supporting the Dunnigans over at the Huntworks in East Rochester. They're a great family and a nice little local business. Next up, I'm going to hit on Genesis 3D printing. Austin, I talked a little bit about it in the first episode of our Colorado trip. He had his little hip bow hanger was probably one of my favorite pieces of equipment on the trip, something I literally used all day and found to be extremely beneficial to have on my pack while we were walking around the mountains and carrying a bow, because I usually use when I'm hunting with a gun, which is the trips I've done in the past has been with a muzzle loader, and all my rifle hunting with my pack. I prefer to use a gun bearer, so I keep that gun on my pack at my side so I can grab it at any time. But with a bow, it's a little bit more challenging, and you got to either have it in your hand or have it strapped to your pack. But this hip bow hanger is the real ticket. So I encourage you to go check that out on his website. Very inexpensive. You can pick one up, and it's an awesome little knickknack to have with you in your tree stand or on your pack. When I say on your tree stand, it could be on your safety harness, or it could be on your saddle. If you're a saddle hunter like I am, you'll find this to be a pretty nifty little tool. And Austin's got some other great stuff he's got over on his website, the He's 3D printing designs he's come up with. The other favorite of mine is the Versa hanger. I use that on my backpack and on my saddle to hang my climbing sticks as I'm climbing up the tree. So head on over to genesis3dprinting.com and check out what he's got to offer. Promo code PERTNEAR will get you 10% off, and you'll save a little cash. So I don't think I'll get anything back. Austin's a tightwad, but a kid's young, trying to pay off his debts and make a living. So I understand that, but I'm just trying to help a kid out, and I love his stuff, and he's a nice fella and a former teammate of Mr. Zimmer of the Buffalo Bills. That's a fun fact for you all. Mr. Austin was his kicker, so that's pretty cool. And lastly is Base Maps. I just want to give Base Maps a quick shout out. Appreciate their continued support of us and all the things that we're doing. And use promo code PERTNEAR20 to save 20% off your annual membership. Check out the app. They got a bunch of great features. On the trip out west, probably my favorite feature I used was the distance calculator. That thing was pretty handy when I was sitting up on top of some of these ridges and looking far, far across and wanting to know how far exactly is that herd of elk, and am I going to want to make that trek over there. And every time I did want to make the trek, but I knew exactly how far I was going, so that was pretty cool. That is a very unique feature and something that I see myself using a heck of a lot all the time. I've even used it on the golf course. It's a pretty neat little feature. Goes anywhere from a mile, miles out to yards and feet. So pretty neat. Check it out. Lots of great features and at a great price for $30 for the year. And if you use our promo code PERTNEAR20, you'll save 20% off. Get you down to about $24. So check her out. You won't be disappointed. It's a great tool to have in your pocket. Okay, so that's enough on the marketing end of things. I wanted to talk about something that I mentioned came up, the holiday hunt. Many of us are very, very excited here in New York to have the ability to hunt a later season after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's, that 1 week span there. And we received an email yesterday from the National Deer Association. One of the nice benefits of belonging to that organization is that they have folks that are 100% focused on watching what's going on legislatively and in the conservation, with, like, for us, the DEC, with our org here in New York State, our bureau, I should say, and what's happening, what sort of things might be changing. So a little bit concerned to see this pop up. Many of us, I think everybody that saw this, everybody was taking is that this hunt was a lock for this holiday hunt from December 26th to January 1st. But now all of a sudden, New York State DEC is going out to get public feedback from and look at things on a county-to-county basis. So we saw this with the youth hunt, and I know that's been a big thing here. I haven't heard if there's been any sort of result in the Erie County area, but Erie County is one of them that had not decided yet whether to allow the youth hunting during gun season, age 12 and 13, with a mentor. So that is something that the state DEC was allowing county by county to opt in or opt out. And now all of a sudden here at the last minute, the DEC is offering up public comment to do the same thing and go county by county for this holiday hunt. So at the end of the day, what they're doing this for is probably a lot of the kickback that they got from the snowmobiling, the snowmobiling community. Because that usually snowmobile season opens up at dark, the last day of deer season, whatever, the 20th or 19th, whatever the day ends up being that year. So that a lot of the kickback was mainly from that snowmobiling community. So for us here in Wyoming County, we're in the lake effect snow belt. This is an area that definitely, gets that lake effect snow, and very well could be a county, is a county with a lot of snowmobilers, and could be a county with maybe some kickback from those organizations, the different snowmobile clubs and things like that. So I was talking with Dallas about this yesterday. He saw the email. I saw the email. He forwarded it to me, and he was kind of worked up about it, as was I when I saw it. I really think that this hunt should at least get 1 year to get a chance. See how it goes. I took that whole week off already. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to go out, whether it is to shoot does or if I still have my buck tag left, to go do hopefully some tracking in the snow and get out and experience that true late season feel. It'll be quiet in the woods, and the deer will have a chance to calm down for a little bit after that gun season. They'll get that week off. I would love to see what this would look like and experience that late season. So what they're doing is they have an open comment period. I think it's going through, November 14th. They're taking comments. So really almost right up to the start of gun season, they're taking comments. You can handwrite them in. If you are a member of the National Deer Association, check your inbox. You probably received an email yesterday on the 21st about this. The wildlife regs, the email address for your comments, if you'd like to email your comments, are wildliferegs@dec.ny.gov. I will put the information for all of this in the bio or in the description of this podcast, so you can easily just click the links if you'd like to. I definitely, this is one of those things, I've talked about it on here. We got to get involved. You got to share your voice, whether you believe your voice is heard or not. If you don't use your voice, then you didn't even try. So I think it's important. I truly believe that, there's no guarantee there's going to be snow for snowmobiling. How many winters we've gone through. I've lived where I live right now in the heart of Wyoming County for 7 years, and we've probably had 2 winters maybe out of those 7 years where snowmobile season was even able to open up before January 1. So, I understand the perspective of the snowmobiler. I would even, like Dallas and I were talking, I would even have loved to have seen them make a kind of meet in the middle agreement where they open this up for that last for that week, but at dark snowmobilers could go, and at sunup they had to stop. I think that would have been a fair deal. Oftentimes, most of the snowmobiling early in the season like that's better at night anyway, because the ground hasn't quite frozen up, and you might get a little bit more cold temperatures at night, and things might seize up a little bit. So, I would have loved to have seen a little bit of that. I can't even believe, quite honestly, well, I can believe it. Disappointed, not surprised that we are at this point where they're even thinking about changing where they stood on this anyway. But let your voice be heard. Reach out, use that email to the DEC, and it probably wouldn't hurt to, if you are so inclined, to reach out to your House representative here in New York, as well as your Senate representative. And if you don't know who those folks are, you can go to, you can just go to Google and search that, or you could go to newyorkassembly.gov for the House, or you could go to newyorksenate.gov for the Senate, and you could see who those individuals are and easily be able to just send them an email quick, voicing your opinion, and wouldn't even hurt to write into any of your local county officials, whatever I don't know who the heck the people would be within your county, but if you are so inclined to do so, feel free. But hey, use your voice, send a quick message, just say, I support this hunt. I think it'd be a great opportunity to get out and not only have a great opportunity to hunt, but hunt with family that's in from out of town, maybe get some extra licenses sold, hunt with kids that are on Christmas break, kids home from college, things like that. There's so much benefit to this that I just can't see how they would want to turn back. There seemed like it was overwhelmingly positive feedback there. So just my thoughts on it. Another reason to join up the National Deer Association. They have already sent in their feedback. You can see the letter that they sent, and it's nice to have an organization that you belong to that is on top of this stuff. And if you don't have the time or something skips past you, they are voicing for their members. So that's important stuff as well. So I think that's about all I got. My game plan is I'm going to the last episode. So this is the second of the 3 episodes from the trip out west where we recorded up in the mountains. This one is going to be us hanging around the fire on night. This would have been Saturday night, I believe, hanging around the fire. And we had a great time. I had a couple vodka teas to chill out a little bit. You could tell the boys loosened up, had a good time. And then the last episode will be, I believe, Tuesday. It's either going to be Monday or it'll be Monday night. We will be sitting around the fire. It'll be the last night that we were all in camp together, all minus Rob. We were in camp together. Rob had to head out midday Monday to head out for his trip to Croatia. And Mr. T, he headed out on Monday afternoon to go back and see a friend. That was Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, he went to take a shower and see one of his buddies out in Colorado. And so we took advantage of that and had a good time. So I will roll that introduction. I'm going to drop that on Monday. And I've got some good stuff coming down the pipe, whitetail related, local related, things that we can get ourselves a little fired up for deer season. So maybe one of our longest intros yet. Sorry about that, but had to get that stuff out there and go make sure you support those companies that are supporting us. Thank you, everybody. If you have any questions or any feedback, never hesitate to give a holler. I'm here for you. And guess what's coming? Breeding 'em Radio. It's coming soon. So stay in touch, folks. Have a good weekend. Tune those bows up. Next weekend, we're going to hunt. Feed 'em.
Works. Just checking to see if it was going to go off when a deer comes by. We're good.
Let me know if you see any. Let's get a recap of the day. Mr. T.
Morning.
Morning. Today started off with high hopes. Didn't it, Trigger?
Oh, yeah. Fucking deer everywhere.
Trigger was covered up in bucks. Some he couldn't even see. Rob and I saw a bull elk, heard some bugles. And here we are with nothing to show for it. There was a young lad from Pennsylvania shot a buck first thing in the morning today, just over the ridge from us. So he filled the tag, and their camp is in the most inopportune place. It's like right.
They are definitely Pennsylvania woodchucks.
Oh yeah, they're right.
Put your fucking tent right where that goddamn deer go.
Yeah.
And then go somewhere else and hunt deer.
Yeah, right. Set your tent up right where the deer want to be, and then walk through where the deer want to be at prime time.
To get to where the deer were.
Yeah.
Luckily this morning for them.
Yeah.
Isn't that the only way to shoot them out of your tent?
Yes.
Where they want to be.
Well, it's a good start.
Why does this fire just have to keep following? Are we having some mountain chicken tonight?
Have a mountain
Yeah.
tea.
You want to make a skewer for us? Or you got a pan?
I don't have a pan. No, I didn't bring my cast iron with me.
What?
Maybe AJ's got that in his pack.
You didn't bring a Dutch oven or anything?
We can call AJ. He can bring.
He already said he's taking the vodka out of his pack.
He doesn't
No,
need.
he isn't.
We should try and talk
No, he
him
isn't.
out of that.
Yeah.
Take another day's worth of food out, put the vodka back in.
I'll give him a
Please.
day's worth of food if he brings some.
Stop thinking about yourself. Think about your friends,
Yeah.
AJ.
Just because you're not going to drink doesn't mean you're not thirsty.
Well, there's going to be a toll if I help him carry his shit.
You should let him know that now so he's prepared for the morning.
Yes.
There ain't no free,
And no freebies up here.
If I could just shoot something, I'll bring big bottles in. None of that piddly little shit.
yeah, I think we did that a time or two.
Yeah, it sounds like he wants to not stay in town another day.
I think he's probably ready.
Yeah.
But he needs to have a couple good meals in him.
I mean, he's actually feeling better, and
Yeah. He said he went and got a sub and had some chicken, and he's on a chicken and rice diet, just like your dog when it gets an upset stomach.
Mhm. He's gonna have an upset stomach when he gets up here.
Yeah. He'll be shot. He'll need 3 days to recover up here.
I know how I felt. So
I was whomped last night. I don't know how you've done that walk a lot. Tired coming up in here. And you were just telling me how you did that last year. Like, that sounds awful.
and it whooped your ass the first time last year, right?
what I drove.
Oh yeah.
I drove through the night I got out of the truck.
Yeah.
I pretty much drove 27 hours with 3 hours nap. Got out of the truck, threw my pack on, and
Did you really? My God.
You did what we did the year before, too.
No, that's not a good.
it was.
That's what you had to do. I think, well, I don't know. We haven't had another camp in here with us, people hunting. We've had people hunt through,
Right.
but not other people that are actually in here hunting. So it kind of throws a little bit of a,
Yeah, you come all the way up here and you're expecting to be alone because you usually are.
yeah.
But not the case.
But a lot can change. I mean, no deer were seen in here. You didn't see hardly anything. And then this morning, here's
There was
at least
5
4 or
bucks.
5 bucks
Yeah.
in here.
You saw 4, I saw 3.
Yeah.
And they killed one, so.
Right. Yeah.
There's at least 4 left, right?
Right, exactly.
And 2 are definite
2 are good
shooters,
ones, yeah.
And the other 2 will definitely get shot.
Yeah.
2 are definite shooters for sure.
Do you need any like seasoning or oil or anything?
If you got it, do you have seasoning?
I've got oil. I don't have any seasoning.
Well, then why'd you ask if I need seasoning?
That's
I was just wondering.
yeah. I was wondering. It was kind of an open-ended question.
Questionnaire.
Really nice of you to wonder, bro.
He was just hoping to go to your bag and get your seasoning.
Yeah. And one of your fancy Kafaru pullouts.
You know, I probably have a little seasoning for you.
A little famunda. You could scratch a little bit of that off.
A little nut butter.
I guess some nut butter.
There is some butter working for sure.
I think mine's called goat butter.
Goat butter.
I was even with the goats, so it's fucking. It's a little goaty.
That is a pretty fancy skewer system.
Yeah, I'll
you
tell
have.
you
It looks
what.
like
I
the
am-
grouse's foot. Is this symbolic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta be one with the grouse.
Rob put that grouse foot in his pocket.
It hasn't
He
turned
asked me
up.
if I
Dude.
wanted it, but I didn't.
If
Tom
that
was
one,
lucky. He said no.
if that one gave me another 35 seconds, I was definitely flinging that arrow this morning.
35 seconds.
Do you think we should be honest with people and tell them that we just drove 24 hours to go grouse hunting?
I wish I had a marmot tag.
I know.
They were squawking at me tonight. That's what
There's
I
some
saw
trophy
tonight.
marmots up here.
I blew the whole.
Yeah.
I blew the family apart, and they were not happy.
Oh, you separated them.
I separated them, you
Yeah.
know, like fall turkey hunting.
Yeah.
And they were pissed.
Told
They
you,
were squawking at me for about an hour.
Pinella shot one and ate one 2 years ago. He said it tastes like ass.
That would have been an educated guess.
It's a rat, dude.
Yeah. Big surprise there.
He's like, yeah, I killed it, so I wanted to eat it. Like, well, glad that turned out.
Yeah, good for you.
Now, do you want
Getting
some
a
good
good
flames,
fat
Rob, or
coals
do you
here.
want
Coals would be best.
coals?
Oh, we're getting her.
Yeah, the hard part doing grouse on a stick is that the outside likes to get nice and crisp, but the inside takes a little while to cook. So if you can do it slow over a bed of coals, you're way better.
I don't mind a good crispy.
Should have good
Crispy
plastic
grouse.
flavor.
Yeah, no, it should be good. Yeah. Some-
Tinfoil.
Yeah. Some Mountain House bags.
Let's see, this will be a nice little system.
I'll put some back straps on that bitch tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, don't burn that whole thing right down.
They might be AJ's, but we're putting back straps on.
Yeah. It's gonna be meat though.
It'll
Wonder
eat.
how his loins taste.
Hopefully he hasn't lost all the meat off his loins. He's lost all the meat off everything else.
Oh. feel bad for him.
I feel awful for him. It's got to be the worst thing ever, just sitting down there alone.
Yeah, but if he gets up in here tomorrow, he's still got 5 full days of hunting.
Yeah.
You know, so it sucks.
And hopefully we have him figured out by then. And he can just go sit with you and have a grand old time.
Well, I'd like a radio buddy to,
Yep.
get in on him.
Did you guys bring radio?
I did,
Mine's in the truck.
and AJ did.
Maybe we can have AJ bring mine in
Colorado
too.
Outlaw cameras. Like
Trail
Arizona
cams?
this year?
No.
I think so.
I know Arizona did. I didn't know if these
Yeah.
guys did too.
Or was it Arizona or Utah?
Arizona. They were having so many problems with all the water holes.
Yeah, have you seen that though?
Yeah,
And
they had
there's,
like 10.
40 cameras on it.
Yeah, and people like
Watching.
racing out there in their freaking dune buggies to. It's like
Sounds
opening
like
day,
fun.
and it's like a freaking. It sounds like a freaking pisser.
Now, really, opening day, if you had your camera with 39 other cameras and you had a bull on there every day, would you go out there?
Well, if you knew that 39 other guys were going to be out there. Yeah. I like the idea. I heard it on.
Talk about a sausage
I heard it
fest.
on a podcast. I thought it was a pretty good idea of like the state just putting up cell cams on
Just
those
send them
watering
to
holes.
People who
Just if you want to sign up, pay whatever a month and get freaking
Here's
cell
your
cam
live
pics.
feed, your
That is
cutty
smart.
back.
Yeah,
Like
there's
the
one
eagle
camera.
watches when they put a camera on
Yeah.
the eagle's nest. It's like free access.
Yeah, if you're gonna have nothing but trouble with people fighting over spots,
I like
make
that
people
idea.
pay into it, and
Best idea you've had this trip, Slick.
it's not my idea. I stole that.
Oh, well then it fucking sucks.
Fuck you too. You got any more of that vodka tea left?
Did you explain to everybody what I taught you today?
Ooh, I did learn.
I taught the young lad a valuable
It's a
lesson.
new pertinent pro tip. Don't carry your tripod all the way up in here. Just use your trekking pole.
Okay.
It's freaking great. Rock solid. Sitting up there glassing, you sit a little, get that Indian style working.
Mhm.
Does
and
it
then-
hold a 6-pound camera?
No.
Do you have olive oil, Bill?
Okay, I'll get the olive oil.
Thank you.
I'll be right back. Mountain chicken.
This is
Chef
fucking-
Boyardee.
When you're not good at killing elk, you get good at killing grouse.
Yeah, you've killed more grouse than deer, probably.
At
Have you
this
ever got a
point,
shot of elk?
probably. What's that?
Have you ever got a shot of an elk?
Gotten it, never taken it. That was when I thought that I could get more shots at elk.
Yeah.
That was like your first year. That was
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah, I've had a couple shots, but right on private lines where they're facing private property, where it's a whole rigmarole to
Right.
try to deal with, and they weren't exactly the 330 that would make that whole thing worthwhile. But we're gonna get one, boys.
Well, at least you're starting to see some. There's some. I'm liking it.
I'll put that meat on the stick.
Now I'm confused because you have 2 breasts and 3.
Listen,
Let's not talk about
I'm
it.
just
Yeah.
doing simple math here.
That little guy?
How many pieces of meat you got?
No, it's 2 breasts, 2 thigh drumsticks.
Nice. Sorry I doubted you.
Boy, I wish Billy grabbed that thing of seasoning I left in the truck for him.
With the vodka.
Put the vodka next to it.
Yeah, that would have been nice, Bill.
you didn't tell me that that's where it was going to be. How am I supposed to read your mind?
I thought
You-
we were
you-
already on this link.
You don't answer my calls.
I thought we were already in tune.
No.
I mean, we talked about this, total archery challenge, all the way up there, all the way down.
We were
in
in sync.
sync.
We were in sync. And we
And
we're now we
now,
are.
now we're
You
just.
talk a lot. Do you retain anything?
I don't know. I don't
Is it a one-way street? Do you just do a lot of talking but no listening?
I think we got our answer.
Yeah. So you're trying to say less talky, more listen? Listen? Is that what you're saying?
A lot less talk and a lot more action,
If you please.
if you please. I please.
A lot more loving.
Still
Lot
want
of-
something.
I'm impressed, Rob.
I know. He's not just a
This is
pretty face.
this is very educational.
No, what I'm gonna do is these like to spin.
Oh, yeah.
So you give them a little.
Oh, a little rotisserie action.
Well, you give them a little splint. Oh, that didn't go on there.
Easy with the meat.
Yeah.
I'm getting all up in there, meat.
It's cool. It's clean. There we go.
No, it's clean. Yeah. I mean, we've washed our hands a lot this week.
Mm-hmm.
We're
Hey,
all worried.
if you don't want to eat the chicken, you don't eat the
Which
chicken.
hand?
You fucking vegan.
Which hand?
Vegan
Listen,
pussy.
what's in my freeze dried meals is my business, not yours.
Yeah, but you told us, so now it's ours.
Well, I had chicken tonight. There
And
was
it-
chicken in mine.
It's the
Chicken
thing
gumbo.
is, it wasn't even your last meal. Like I could see, okay, I accidentally ordered this vegan meal.
I
But
would
it's the
save
first
that.
one, and you're like, hey, look
That's
at my
the chicken
vegan
here.
meal, guys.
I would save that for when I started gnawing my digits off, and decided maybe.
Listen,
should
I
start
just
eating the vegan
randomly
stuff.
picked. I randomly picked a bag, a Ziploc bag with all my food in it, and that was just the one I got. And you want to know what? Maybe that's a good thing. I got the vegan out of the way.
Rob, I see what the third leg's for now.
Mm-hmm.
A little stability. We all need that in our life.
Yeah, otherwise it spins.
Does your third leg provide you with stability?
Would have thought it would have.
Hasn't really,
Not panning out.
not panning out the way you.
Only when you're doing cock push-ups. Blue grouse, yeah.
Yeah, I'll hold it for you if you want to eat your meal. Sure. I think you could also.
Hold his meat, Tard. There
Should
you
we
go.
get another-
Just kind of where. Tell me where you want it to be.
Slow and steady. Yeah, stand on that.
May throw a rock right on there.
It's a hot rock.
Hot rock.
Hot lava.
Some heavy chicken.
Yeah, she's going in the fire pretty soon.
Man, I wish I would have brought that seasoning.
Real good.
Dude, it was Robert's favorite.
Oh,
Yeah.
that mix.
Brown sugar.
Ooh, that would
Yeah,
have
with
been.
the cumin and the
Could have been.
paprika, coffee grounds.
AJ
coffee
can
grounds?
fit that. He can fit that in there.
You guys remember the trout we had that first year?
Yeah,
Ah,
that was
lemon?
incredible.
oh. If you could go get us some more of that, that'd be great.
Just take the day off. I'll come and go fishing for us for
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah,
That
I'll
would
go.
be
I'll go
great,
down
Rob.
after those bowls tomorrow.
I
So I-
didn't bring a rod. I'll just go bow fishing. Shoot them as rages.
I don't
It's
think
not actually a half bad idea.
I don't think a muzzleloader will do.
Is that
Magnum
legal?
Blast. But that little pool that they were all in down there. If I had the 300, I think they all would have floated.
We could make like a little stick of dynamite out of it and just.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of. I brought plenty of bullets, just in case I need to test my gear.
So the plan. What's your thoughts for the morning, Rob?
Let's hear your thoughts first.
My thoughts are we go up the same thing we did this morning and see where they are and make a play on them.
Tired? What you doing?
I'm gonna go to that side and check out where
He's gonna go
that
meadow.
hiker said that bull was bugling.
Did they say how far down?
Yeah,
I
it's
said
mile,
a
mile and
couple.
half.
Yeah.
And then
Other side.
I'll
of
be
the
on
pass,
this side when AJ comes up. I can give him a hand getting over the pass with his back. 'Cause I'm sure he's not gonna be numb too.
Yeah, because the walk,
Spry.
he'll probably be fine until, until where we camped. There's just a.
I mean, that's gonna be painful.
I don't like the trail. But I don't really think it's a nice trail.
Yeah.
It's just
It's just long.
it's just never ending.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful hike.
I kept saying to Rob the same shit I said to you. I'm like, guys, this is the
We're
last.
almost there.
This is the last one.
Fuck you. I don't like anybody telling me it's,
Yeah.
I'm almost
Final
there.
push here, Herm. I'm like, you said that a fucking mile and a half.
Another quarter, half mile.
Yeah.
It's like hunting in Pennsylvania and you pop over a hill.
Oh, that's
And
it.
you're like, oh, I'm almost there. I'm like, oh.
Nope.
Oh
Just the
no, there's
bench.
another.
Just the bench.
Just a bench. Gotcha.
Yeah, Bill said, I'm pretty sure after this point, it's pretty much flat. They were here on out. And it was uphill for 3 miles.
Actually, I said that like very early on in the hike. I was
there
like, yeah, if I
one
remember
flat
correctly.
step, and it was when I shot that fucking mountain chicken.
You're right.
That long, steady stretch through the timber.
Yeah.
That's the worst. Well, the beginning's tough, but it's switchbacks. But that
Yeah.
long, steady stretch is. Once
Yeah.
you break that, then you kind of go up and down a little,
Yeah, it's a.
as far as I remember.
Yeah. I didn't remember very well.
Can't imagine, because a lot goes out.
Yeah,
But
right.
not a lot
There's a
comes
lot
back
of
in.
a lot of stuff going out.
Right.
Every
All
local,
exported.
every
What did your-
local that heard what trail we took said, "Why the fuck did you take that trail?"
What did your GPS say for how many miles?
7.7.
This was 5.4.
But you can't park there, right?
Yeah, it sucks.
This guy-
I didn't mind this trail. It's a pretty sweet spot.
That spot's awesome. But again, it's a. I mean, I guess you could park there and walk up through there.
Mhm.
That side, that face of the hill is beautiful.
Where's that?
Man, another chopper?
Man, good.
Low, too. Did you see that one today was low tonight?
Yeah, then it came back. One's heading back to Denver too. That's not good.
I wonder. Well, it was, I think,
People are getting hurt.
didn't somebody say the last time we were out here that was somebody cut themselves with a knife? And,
They got an elk and they
Yeah.
cut their leg. Well, they were butchering it.
yeah.
Hit
And
their-
they were like way the hell back in and had to be
they were
like
in
choppered
gore.
out.
They were in gore apparently.
Yeah.
Cut their. I don't know. It sounded like they cut their femoral.
Yeah, because
femoral.
that you could hear the chopper go over and it
No,
was.
they were like circling
Yeah.
at this time of night, and it's like, something can't be right. You
No.
know. I don't know who ended up hearing what happened, but
Who were we talked to somebody, I feel like, when we were hiking out or something. It's hard to tell.
you had to have talked to him.
I had to have. But I wasn't listening. I was mainly talking.
Ah,
So I don't remember who it
Surprise.
was or.
good point. Shocker. Well, browned it up nice.
Mm.
That's the perfect height.
That's what I was going for.
Now, did you get that stick with a curl for that reason? Or did that just worked out?
I
in
would
your
say
favor?
yes, but I'm gonna look like a dickhead when I try to.
I was
Flip
gonna
it.
say, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you gotta flip it?
We're gonna sear it. We're gonna sear the other side.
It's like smoking. You don't flip it.
Yeah. When all the blood and the juices start coming out the top, you know you're done. All right. Well, I feel good about tomorrow. I feel like Rob and I are gonna go up there, and we're gonna hear and see, and we're gonna go. And Brian's gonna shoot a muley,
Mhm.
and Tard's gonna go get AJ, and
Take
then
AJ's back straps out of him.
the whole
Well, I hope he's got his tag ready because it's gonna be a good morning.
yeah. It'll be needed. So, should be a good day.
Gonna send it.
At least you're on to my games now. I can't be
I'm always watching you, man.
I can't be called a rat when you know what's going on.
I'm always watching you. You fooled me once, you're not gonna fool me twice.
Shame on me. Rob, I think it's rested long enough.
I'm coming, Bill. Will you fucking calm down over there?
I don't think it's rested long enough.
No?
No, you gotta let your meat rest. Settle the fuck down. If it takes an hour to cook, you gotta let it rest 20 minutes.
For real?
I don't know.
Not when it's 45 degrees outside.
It's gotta be closer to 50.
It's not 50. It's not 50.
It was like negative 30 with the wind chill earlier, but
Yeah.
it's nice now.
Yeah.
Stand on top of that fucking mountain.
No, I
Yeah,
can't
you
imagine.
were up there bare chested.
Yeah. Tell you what, where I was, it sucked. I couldn't imagine up top. I had my pack on the rock and my gun on the pack, and it almost took my gun off twice.
The wind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was standing up a couple times glassing, and it rocked me and just standing there. But, I'm pretty slight of frame. I'm not real big.
So the sun wasn't hitting me as soon as I sat down,
Yeah.
and I was there like 10 minutes. I put half my clothes on, another 20 minutes I put the rest of them on.
That's why I was stripped down. The sun was hitting me and there was no wind. I'm like, I was fucking sweating.
It was
there.
hot. Yeah.
Oh, it was hot on our walk up.
It was warm on my side.
Yeah, it's the sun stayed on you.
As soon as I ducked over
So
the hill,
late.
though, it wasn't hitting me. And it just, then the wind picked up. It was chilly.
That's done resting.
I'm gonna cut it, Bill. I'm sanitizing my hands.
Quit
for you
fucking rushing.
for your fairy
the
vegan
cook.
ass.
Yeah, he ain't eating any of that. Don't even let
Listen,
him.
I'm not a vegan. I just picked a vegan meal out of the bag.
Listen, he thinks that because he provided the plate, now he gets to call the shots.
Yeah, no. I don't fucking think so.
Let's the final piece of the puzzle. How many of you guys brought a plate?
Looks like you're cutting up Rocky Mountain oysters. Look at that.
I know.
A nice set of them
Wow,
together.
look at that meat though. Is that the thigh? Or is that a
That's the
breast?
breast.
Breast.
Mm,
Wow, look at that.
tender.
Man, imagine if we had some
Don't really-
some seasoning.
Don't really look like it's cutting tender, but I think it's going to taste tender.
Yeah, I think his knife is dull from killing grouse.
What have you been doing, Sawnwood?
Well, I sharpened that fucking stick with it. Should have gotten there.
Hey, Rob, don't listen to all this negative energy.
outdoor
around here. I mean,
game.
just ignore him.
We're just talking.
If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
You know, that's that's a great point, Mr. T.
My mama didn't tell me that.
Chris Parks.
Yeah, you earned that. You eat the good stuff. Here you go. Pass it down. I wipe with the right hand, so that one it's clean.
Oh, yeah. Good job, Rob.
You do need some seasoning, but we'll call it good.
This is the first time I've never brought seasoning in. It's probably why we haven't shot an animal in the first 2 days.
No.
Well, we did shoot an animal.
When it comes together,
bird.
it comes together.
Very good.
You
It's
got
definitely
nothing,
a do-over.
nothing.
Yeah.
Everything.
It's all going to come together.
How would you prefer to cook them? Like, would you put them in tin foil and like put them on the coals and like
Yeah, that'd be good.
like
I mean,
oil?
at home,
or-
I like dry rub them. Put a little bit of olive oil and butter in a pan.
Holy shit.
Stir them up real quick.
That's fantastic.
It's very good.
I mean, that's zero seasoning.
Nice job.
Nothing but olive oil, I guess.
I provided olive oil.
Mm-hmm.
You're a provider.
I do it for my friends.
Thanks, friend.
Who wants to sit with me up at the pass and watch the Bills game tomorrow?
I'm eating one drumstick, but there's one up for grabs. Who wants it?
Mr. T.
It's all you, man.
Well, I'll eat the other one.
Eating both.
No, you take that.
It's all you.
Somebody. Dark meat's the bomb. How about that thigh right there?
That's very good.
Mm. Oh yeah, nice and chewy that one. Some nice tendons in there. It's got some good flavor to it
Try
though.
this dark meat, Ted.
All right. Thanks.
Oh, tendon action.
Thank you.
A little bone in.
You like bone, don't
I
you?
like my sex life. I like the white meat.
Dark meat.
Oh,
What do you got?
Anything will go down, but
I want a piece between the end and the middle.
oh, the mountain tea just accents the.
Yeah, like fires up the taste buds.
Sets it off.
Not gonna
Like
lie,
salt
though,
and pepper, man.
drumsticks are a little tough.
Yeah. I mean, they
I mean, they
run
are-
around for a living.
Oh.
Yeah, it's no different than turkeys and stuff.
Thanks. All right. If you switch it back and forth to the Niners game, I'll go up there and watch the game.
I got, NFL season ticket or whatever. We'll need Rob's solar panel to power my cell phone. We'll be up there at the pass. How was the hunting today? Well, it's actually perfect timing because the games will be playing at Bill's game will be at 11.
Keep eating that, Mike.
Yeah, but if you're gonna make a move on that one,
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna go shoot that bull tomorrow. We're gonna go shoot. We're gonna go shoot something.
thanks again, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Eat it all. Can't waste it. I was hoping all those women that were hiking by were going to stop and be like, what the fuck is that?
With the bird?
Yeah.
Oh,
When all those women
oh
were
yeah,
following
yeah.
through
We
and I
were. Rob was
busting it
trying
out.
to decapitate the bird, ripping its wings off.
So how do you do it? Stand on its wings and rip it by the legs?
Yeah.
That's usually how I do it, but this one
He
clipped a tiny bit on the wing,
yeah, he had some damage to the wings.
and so that usually fucks it up. But if you stand on the wings and just do a real slow pull, you get pretty much like takes
It's
it
got to be
off.
similar to a turkey.
Yeah,
I'm more of
same
a
thing.
jerker though.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a Jake that I just shot, nice and hot, stood on the wings, and I just gave it a yank,
Really?
and it fucking
Pulled everything.
everything. It was the cleanest
See,
turkey.
these you just rip their legs off. Because
You
I've
do
done
it
it.
warm? Is
I've
it-
done
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You want them real warm. I've done it too fast, like a few different times. And usually
Oh, you rip the
just-
legs off?
You just rip their legs off.
Like a turkey, I think you can give
What
it a
happens
real.
if you bring it back cold? Can you make it work?
Oh, maybe on.
It's pretty hard to pull it because, like, once everything kind of settles, it's hard to just pull the skin off. They're easy to breast out, but
Yeah.
if you breast them out, it's hard to get the legs out too. I usually try to take the legs, but if there's any damage, I won't even fuck with them. And some of them are little too. This is a big bird.
That was a big bird.
So the last couple times I tried doing it.
And
I ripped the wings off of a couple of them.
yeah,
That was it.
that
I
happens
was
too.
just giving it to it,
Yeah.
just feeding it, but nothing.
Hashtag feeding them.
Hashtag feeding them. Ain't breeding them no more.
But I don't know. I tried that Jake and it just absolutely cleaned it right off.
Yeah.
Thanks
Nothing
again,
better.
Rob. That was good.
Eat it.
Oh,
Come on, eat
I'm
it.
full.
There's
Eat
like
it.
5 pieces here.
Mr. T, Mr. T.
You got a
Eat
big
that.
walk tomorrow.
Yeah, you do.
This is good luck. You make you one of the mountain.
Want us
Yeah.
to send you a drop pin where these birds live?
Oops.
Do you know where you
Done.
cross? You know where you cross the creek
good.
on the log? Like up
Well, I
high.
don't know how to debreast it right off the get-go.
Oh, you stand on its wings and yank slowly on the legs.
Have you ever
Put it on its back.
have you
You
ever
ever-
breasted a
A
duck?
pheasant?
No,
You haven't?
He ain't a bird hunter.
I'm not a fuck fins and feathers. All right,
All right, so you're gonna
I
gently
want horns.
shoot it, and you're gonna gently lay it on its back. Easily step onto each wing where it meets the body, and then slowly yank up on its legs.
Any of the adjectives that you just used, do they work with someone like Mr. T?
No.
I don't think so.
Or me.
No.
I'm WFO.
It's like a hawk of ham.
Oh. Don't have much easy in me.
No.
Well, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I'm not gonna shoot a bird because we're eating backstraps anyway. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we're eating backstrap.
That one had some good plasticky, piney flavor.
That
Very
bite did.
good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Actually, that one I did taste some pine, some pine bough. Oh, there we go. That'll.
Well, they're eating pine, I think. They live in the pines.
They must. It's like us when we eat Mountain House. Our shit smells like Mountain House. I'm
I
sure.
don't know. That mine do not smell like Mountain House. I can't describe what they do smell like.
Yeah, it smells like burnt
Deer
plastic.
deterrent.
Yeah, deer deterrent. Or a hunter attractant.
On a grab story earlier with the, with the elk and the wind switching.
Yeah. He showed me the tree where that happened.
That elk definitely
I
just
painted
burned
the
my
picture.
fucking ass.
I said, you see that grouse gun? That's a big grouse. Got that shit fucking wind. Just blasting.
That's awesome.
Besides the big nasty shits and the smelly farts, the worst thing about a mountain house is the heartburn.
I just see. I don't.
Yeah, I don't get
I'm very
heartburn.
fortunate. I don't deal with heartburn.
I get
Never have.
Sometimes I get acid reflux, but I don't get heartburn.
That's
Isn't
a
that the
curse
same
thing.
thing?
Sarah gets it.
I believe it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
The same exact thing?
What? Acid reflux?
Yeah, it's,
Same thing.
It's, yeah.
You get
It's
that.
like-
Stuff comes up your esophagus and it burns.
But I feel like when I get heartburn, it's like
In your
burning.
heart.
Maybe
Yeah, I
I'm
think
having
it's
a
just
heart attack.
different.
Yeah, that's-
People feel it differently.
Yeah, that's called heart disease. You should get that checked
You're
out.
gonna die.
But you can shoot
I mean, it might
mountain
be.
chickens. Yeah, it
yeah.
might be 10 years from now.
Might
It
be a
might be
couple
tomorrow. I don't know.
I'd go on vacation before you go get it checked out.
And I mean, if you do die up here,
A nice vacation.
we're
Go to
definitely
Croatia.
saving. Did you save that stick?
Uh-huh.
All right, we're gonna eat you. We're gonna loin you out.
Have you seen the hams on him? Big
I'm
hands.
going for the loins.
He's a catcher.
Inners and outers.
Yep. He's a catcher and I'm a pitcher. So
That
I
does
think my
sound
meat's
about right.
Fucking damaged. I abused it for a
you,
while.
you think so?
You're what?
His meat's damaged.
Oh, that's well. You got to try. You don't know until you.
He's like an old buck.
Like a buck that's been hit by a car like 3 times. It's got like dead spots and shit.
Yeah. Just a bunch of like green, pussy growth inside of.
Sometimes the biggest bucks taste just
Delicious. Yeah.
that PA buck. Usually PA bucks suck, and the one last year was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Like muleys in Montana taste like dog shit, but
Yeah.
muleys here fucking taste amazing.
Yes.
I don't know what the difference is, but
We
They're
need
not eating
backstrap.
sage.
Brian, we need backstrap.
All right, I'm on backstrap duty. Next 187-yard shot I get it. Take it.
That's what
should I
I
just
like
walk
to
down
hear.
to the truck tomorrow and get the tinfoil and shit?
Yeah.
If
I'll
you
leave
do,
right now.
Yeah,
do
you
that,
should.
get more vodka.
Tinfoil and vodka.
Wrap the vodka with tinfoil so it keeps the vodka
That's the
safe.
next stage of,
If you
we're not
promise
going to
me,
sleep anyways. You might as well just go hiking.
if
Yeah.
you promise me, I'll go do it right now.
Scout honor.
And listen, here's another thing. We're pretty confident that those guys didn't pack that deer out today.
Yeah, so they're gone tomorrow.
So when they go to hunt tomorrow, we can sneak over and steal some backstrap.
Well, I was thinking about poking in their tent a little because I like
See what-
backstraps.
See what they got.
Yeah. So you guys don't happen to have any backstrap missing, do you?
And bears are bad around
They
here.
are bad, and they know how to unzip tents and everything.
Bunch of rich fucking bears. They only eat backstrap.
Opposing thumbs, yeah, they won't eat hindquarters or front shoulders.
Uppity bears.
Yeah.
It's not
Inner and outer loins.
It's not cheap to be a bear in Summit County.
No.
They're high class.
Good times, boys. I'll tell you what, Rob. That really brightened the outlook on things.
Mhm.
My morale's a little higher.
Oh, yeah. I was down here, now I'm at least
Yeah.
here.
It was like the employee cookout at the end of the year kind of thing.
If you would have seen the
You
hike
think
that I did on the way back,
Like
there,
thank you for everything, but you're not getting a raise.
So did you make what?
Nah.
You weren't that far over.
Because that's a
No.
couple miles, right?
Mm-mm.
It's just steep, hard to.
I was up high though. It's weird up there. There's a couple of springs that just seep, and the whole, it's like a big wide area, and the whole thing is covered in like green. It's like kind of moss, but it's more like a fungus weird.
Dude, don't burn a new suit, man.
I know.
For the love of hunting, man.
For the love of hunting.
Ooh!
Knee pads.
I got room in my tent.
Listen, I got a little cold last night, and scared.
I'm right by you, Bill.
Yeah.
Take him!
Yeah, but Rob's got the little ultralight tent. That's not big enough for two grown men.
Well, when you sleep on top of each other, it does.
It's cozy, bro. When you're 69, it's easy to fit.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Well, that is a good idea because you don't want to. Shoulders are wide.
Yeah.
You don't want them both at the same end.
Big broad shoulders.
Yep.
Luckily, I don't have big broad shoulders, so I can.
No.
No.
You just gotta find some place to put your fucking nose.
I have good friends. I have good friends.
That's what life's about.
But anyway, my knee pads. We should. I love them. I was doing some good work on my knees today.
Are they hot?
No,
They seem hot.
they're not. They're not, and they unzip. Right here.
No, I see that. Yeah.
See my
Put that
panties?
ass out there.
Yeah.
Actually, I tried on that compared to the Stone Glacier. I like them way better.
Yeah. They're nice.
It's way better material. I
Nice.
thought.
Yeah. This is where I set up. So this is a chute. And they come straight
Okay.
up this, and there's a big rock slide right here that they can't pass.
Yeah.
So like it's an awesome natural fall. Here's that goat.
Wow.
Straight across me, sticking out like a fucking chunk of snow.
I can't believe I didn't see any goats up above us here. That's,
I've been looking a little bit. Oh my fucking carcass.
What's going on with that thing?
with his macaques?
Yeah.
needs to be stretched out.
Yeah, I was hoping you were gonna ask me. This would be my nightcap. Those things are good.
You got sleep good tonight, Buck?
I hope so.
I'm gonna get up at first light.
I'm gonna
run
brush
down
my
there and
teeth with
drink.
Crown Royal. That'll help me sleep.
Yes, please.
You bring Crown?
I have Crown Royal in the tent.
Yeah.
Whiskey's for when you kill something.
If you're drinking it,
Huh?
if you're gonna drink it,
Well, we're all gonna drink it.
well then maybe we'll kill something.
We should kill. Hey, that's not nice. I really need to kill something because Sarah doesn't believe in me. She's like, "Do you really think you're gonna shoot an elk?" I'm like, "Well, yeah. That's what I'm going to do."
Leave the ball and throw yourself.
Just have like no confidence from anybody in me, you know.
I have plenty of confidence. Whoa, shooting star. Gonna kill a buck tomorrow.
I seen one on the drive out.
Is that good that I had my dick in my hand?
Your macaques. It's not a bad thing.
No, I think this is all good.
Did you control that shooting star?
Yeah. Much better.
Is that what we're calling it now these days?
The old shooting
A
star.
shooting star, yeah. How I wonder what you are.